Napoleon was a great military leader. He was most famous for his decisive battle strategies. Napoleon's decisive battle strategy was to send lots of soldiers into the middle of the enemy territory. He would attack their supply lines and supply trains, which would leave his enemy without food, ammunition, and medical supplies. Napoleon's greatest strategic invention was the Army Corps. The Corps were based on the previous divisional system, but 3 times bigger. The Corps' main advantage was that it was fast and mobile. It was effective on its own, but could be combined with other corps to make a massive impact. Napoleon would also use infantry, artillery, and cavalry to break up enemy lines at the weakest link. The cavalry would lead the pursuit of the defeated fleeing enemy. Napoleon went into this battle feeling confident. Before the battle he said, "I tell you, Wellington is a bad general, the English are bad troops, and this affair is nothing more than eating breakfast." Napoleon knew he was outnumbered by the combined forces of Wellington and Blucher. He also knew that Wellington's British soldiers and Blucher's Prussian soldiers were arriving at Waterloo separately by 2 different routes. His strategy, which should have worked, was to deploy most of his troops to meet and destroy the Prussian army, whilst leaving a small number of French troops to hold off the British army. The whole of the French army would then reunite and crush the British. The first thing that went wrong for Napoleon was that Wellington established a strong defensive position, blocking Napoleon's advance towards Brussels. Also, Crofley and Ney failed to follow orders due to incompetence and hot-headedness. This gave time for Wellington and the Prussians so they could combine physically. It also meant that the French army was spread thin, fighting different battles and suffering casualties. Napoleon delayed ordering the Imperial Guard to attack. Again, this delay gave the British breathing space. By the time the Imperial Guard attacked, the British and Prussian troops had combined, and Napoleon was outnumbered and defeated. Napoleon had underestimated Wellington and the British and Prussian troops. This was a key factor in Napoleon's loss.